Hi, this is Joe, and today I'll be reviewing the Foxx S911 2-wheel drive brushed truck 1/12 scale that is currently being sold by Medicu. As you can see, it's about from the tips of my fingers to the middle of my forearm. For comparison, I want to also show you a 1/10 scale truck. This is a 1/10 scale. This is my Stampede. And this is the, you're probably not going to get a good idea. Well, there's a good idea of the scale. So you can see this is 1/10 scale, this is 1/12 scale. So let me go back and follow up with why some of these, the things I like about this truck. I want to get right into it. Let me show you what else you get in a package. You also get a transmitter, 2.4 gigahertz. This is removable. At first I didn't see anything and I was like, oh my God, where's the wheel? But it comes in a package and then you just pop it in. You also get a 9.6 volt, 800 milliamp hour Lipo battery. Now this is Lipo battery. It feels like a lithium ion battery, but you get about 10 to 12 minutes of runtime with this. Also includes a little charger. Now it does take about 150 minutes to charge the battery pack. So it's a long charge, but you know, it is what it is, and this just kind of snaps in there. There's one rounded, one square peg, so you don't get the polarity mixed up. It's pretty simple. So you plug it in, you charge it. Let me get to the transmitter later. Let me show you what's under the hood. I really like the design of this truck. You get the little clips to take off the shell. Now when you first get the truck, it'll have a film on the top of the plastic cover here. You just need to find an edge and peel that back. That's just to protect it during shipping, make sure it doesn't get scratched. And so here you'll look in here and you'll see this is really compact. There's a lot of features that I like about this. This is probably the best value out there in entry-level hobby cars right now. I have other hobby cars, but they're about $130. This one is much less. So and you get a really nice package in here. First off, take a look at this. I want to zoom in on it a little bit. That's what the guts look like. And so this kind of pops out. These four pop out. And then you got to kind of jiggle this around. I had some problems with it you got to kind of pinch these two sides in, and then it kind of pops out. At first I was a little leery about it because I couldn't get it out and I didn't want to force it, but that's how it gets out. You can see the motor compartment sitting back there. The transmitter and the servo are up here. You have to, everything's kind of covered, but it's just a standard Phillips screwdriver to get into these parts to access them. Now, one of the other features that distinguishes a hobby grade car from a non-hobby grade car is the fact that you can get replacement parts, because you're going to break this. This wheel's going to break. This little metal arm's going to break. These are going to break. You're going to crash. Not everything is a bumper-to-bumper crash. Sometimes you go into the curb and it just hits the wheel. It doesn't hit the bumper, and so the wheel takes that full impact. And as you can look, you know, it's just got that little bit of suspension arm, the A-arm. And so what's going to happen is this is going to take the full brunt of that impact, and it's going to break. And so you're going to need to replace it. Case in point, this is why I consider this hobby grade. Look at another RC car I got. This is a 1/10 scale. This is a desert buggy. All right, and I had this one, but look at what happened to the wheel. Which wheel? This wheel. The wheel popped off. So the wheel popped off. You can see the inside, right? So basically, without this, the wheel just keeps falling off, right? I tried putting crazy glue in it. I tried all kinds of things. Now, after a while, it goes off. Also, it's got a real cheap plastic bumper. As you can see, that cracked up at one hit in a curb, and it took half the bumper out. But basically, this was an $80 buggy. I contacted the manufacturer. They don't have replacement parts available for it, so this is basically trash now. So this is why I strongly suggest you get a hobby grade car versus a toy grade car, because a bad crash in a toy grade car, you have to throw it out. You can't get the replacement parts. So before, one piece of advice, you get anything, if you're looking to buy yourself either this truck or another truck, maybe for your son or daughter, make sure you can get replacement parts. If you can't get replacement parts, it's not worth the investment, because eventually you're going to crash it, you're going to break something, and you're going to be out of luck. And it's sad. It's sad because your favorite truck is going to be gone. Let me get into this. It's got a four-wheel independent suspension. Again, the battery just sits right in here. You just connect it. Let me pop it in. And it just sits in here. I had a little bit of a problem getting this situated. They made it so doggone tight that you have to really squeeze everything right in the right compartments. I wish they would have made a little bit more room so this could sit in there. I guess you got to turn it. You need to turn it the right orientation. When you turn it that orientation, it fits in. Again, this is blinking red, so it's looking for a transmitter signal. So let me turn this on. This is the little transmitter that comes with it. And the power button, where did they put the power button? Power button's right here. So you just move it on and off. Did you see the little wheels flash? That means it's got it. So I want to mention another thing about this. You get proportional control, meaning how hard I turn the wheel is how hard the wheels turn. So if I turn the wheel just a little bit, the wheels turn just a little bit. If I turn it all the way, they turn all the way. So you got full proportional control. That's very important. It really helps with the steering of it. Again, then the other button here on the back is the steering trim. I want to show you this. It's just a little knob you turn. If the car's pulling to the left, you turn it a little bit to the right. If it's turning a little to the right, you pull the knob to the left. Eventually, you just correct that knob, and then the car will track straight. So let me show you a little bit of the gas here. I mean, that's fast. Then you got, of course, stop and then reverse. So, let me turn this off. Turn this off. Let me go back to a few more things I like about this truck. Again, it's got replaceable parts. You can look for other videos on the Foxx S911. This one just happens to be being sold by Medicu. This is a great car for entry level. It says 8+. It goes 33 miles an hour. I believe it. It's super fast. So I would actually probably put this at about 10 years of age because of the speed factor. I will give it one more other kudos. If you look at these bumpers, key, you have a bumper on the front, you have a bumper on the back. Look at the design of these. You can see how they have that spacer. Okay, I can push in on this hard. That spacer absorbs that impact on both. So it's a very nice design. When you're looking at entry-level RC, you want bumpers because you're going to crash things. And really set yourself up for success. Don't run it where there's curbs. Just don't run it where there's curbs. Curbs will kill cars. And this goes fast enough that if this hits your ankle, it can really hurt because it's got some heft to it and it's going fast. So curbs, ankles, I avoid keeping it out of the sand. It can run in the sand, but the sand just grits things up. Also salt water, you don't want to be near the ocean. You can run it, but the car like this, it's just not advised. They also make a mention about water, all right? A lot of these hobby grade cars come with waterproof electronics, okay? That means basically the car's waterproof but not submersible. This has waterproofing up to about here, but if you go above here, they're not going to warranty it. So my advice is just keep, like, occasional use in water is fine, but don't go all out in water. So I hope you like it. Thanks again for watching.